Hey guys, welcome back to the course Creator-preneur. This is the last chapter of the course, chapter 4, and we are going to be talking about ways of making revenue. Yeah, in the first chapter, we talked about being professional, becoming professional. The second chapter, we talked about content marketing. The third chapter, we talked about gating and running ads. In this chapter, we are going to be talking about ways of making revenue. So, if you are a creator and you know what you're doing, you probably have an idea of what we are going to be talking about in this chapter. Yes, we are also going to talk about running ads, which we talked about in the third chapter. Another thing we are going to talk about is membership deals, and so on and so forth. So let's get into this chapter and yeah. So the first thing we are talking about is running ads. Running ads, we talked much about this in the third chapter. But yeah, running ads is a way to get revenue for whatever amount you want. On YouTube and other platforms, they do offer ads that you can run, and they do offer amounts. So you don't have to approach the companies. The company approach the platform, and the platform offer the ads to you, and you get to share the amount. Yeah, that's easier. But then you can also approach companies. We talked about that. Partnership proposals. Approach them, talk about their show, post something about whatever they do, talk about their business, and they get to pay you while doing that. So that is a way to get revenue, running ads. The second thing is membership deals. So whatever you're doing, if you're an influencer, I don't think you need membership deals. Well, I need to be educated on that, but I don't think so. But if you are a content creator, a YouTuber, a show host, a podcaster, you can have membership deals. And in these membership deals, you get to provide some content that your free or other versions they don't have. And in those, you get to get additional revenue. For instance, let's talk about YouTube. If you have a membership deal, YouTube is free. People just get to watch ads. But then if you have a membership deal, these people get to pay you directly without running ads. So you just need to make sure that whatever they're paying for is special. So this is a way to make revenue. The third way to make revenue is streaming revenue. So we have talked about this. YouTube will offer you ads, and if you're running a podcast, whatever platform you're using, they need to pay you streaming revenue. If your podcast is on Spotify, they do pay you at the end of the month, or 3 months, a year. You get streaming revenue from those things. That is if you're a podcaster, a show host, or a YouTuber. Some YouTubers have their things on Spotify and whatsoever. But if you are an influencer, it depends on what type of an influencer you are. But yeah, streaming revenue is another source of making money. The fourth and the last thing we are talking about is merchandise and other items. Merchandise, it just depends on the audience you have. How big is your audience? Are they really willing to buy the merch? But you don't have to be more certain about it. I mean, you can make merch and just keep it there if you have the funds to do that. So just keep it there. If people buy, they buy. If they don't, they don't. But just keep it there just in case someone will be interested to buy, and that's money coming in your pocket. In other items, you can sell books. Depending on what creator you are, you can sell more merch, hoodies, t-shirts, hats. You can sell those, caps. If you're an influencer, you can sell. If you're a food influencer, you can sell recipes, things like that. you need to think deep. You need to get creative, So you need to ask yourself, how can I get money from whatever I'm doing, And when you think a lot about that, it's going to be easy for you to get money out of it. It doesn't need to be a lot of money. Money is just money. If you put more money on that, it will grow into big money. So yeah, this course has been really amazing. It has been really helpful, even to me, because I've been trying these things for over 2 years now, and they've been working for me. Some of you may not know me, but then, yeah, now you know me, and it's working for me. So yeah, we have talked about in the first chapter, we've talked about becoming professional. The second chapter, we've talked about content marketing. The third chapter, getting and running ads. How do you get ads and how do you run them? In this chapter, we've talked about ways of making revenue. But the most important thing is you need to be professional about it. So if you haven't watched the first, the second, and the third chapter of this online course, please go back and watch those because they're really helpful. But with that being said, guys, thank you for joining me. Thank you to our sponsors, ISJr, Influ, and Banda. Now, give me a few minutes to talk about these companies. Banda is a clothing brand founded by believers for believers. Banda has a BSA, which stands for Banda Sports Association. They run tournaments. They have sports partnerships with players, and so a lot of things. You can find Banda on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and they have a website that you can check them out, see what they do, and it's a really dope brand. Our second sponsor was Influ. Influ is an influencer platform. So as an influencer, you need a platform where a lot of companies they go to. So it's easy for you to highlight how you're doing. You get to share how yourself as an influencer you're doing on that platform, and a lot of businesses they go to that platform to find a suitable influencer for their project. So it's one of the ways you get to sell yourself as an influencer using Influ. And the third sponsor for this is online course. It was ISJr. So ISJr, they focus on radio and podcast production. So I myself, I have my own show, The Community Talk with Innocent Smart Junior Banda, that is produced by Helewu Network and ISJr. So these guys, they help in marketing your show, marketing your podcast, and marketing your radio show. So these were the sponsors for this online course. Thank you guys. Thank you. And thank you to whoever tuned in. I hope this course was helpful. And if you need a document of everything we've talked about, I have it. Just hit me on Instagram, hit me on Twitter or Facebook. I'm available. The username is Innocent Smart Junior Banda. Yes, I'm professional. So you can find me on these platforms and ask for the PDF, which you can get printed out and keep it somewhere to remind yourself of these things we have talked about. With that being said, guys, thank you for joining me. Till next time, let's become entrepreneurs.